Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falcor Bay. And here with me, my broadcast cop. And here is Sugar Raylan, one of the greatest.
This bout is scheduled.
How will these two fighters handle the out?
Build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Good counter punching.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
So Todd, let me explain to you. We are outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting. Fight on fight.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that...
Whoa, Johnny! And Sugar is in trouble! I thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Ben in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go for round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Catch and shoot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Beautiful counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this. Let's get it started in round three. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him, Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt.
And he scores with the counter. Can't find a home for that jab. Nice counter shot. There's a counter shot.
When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. That counter shot lands. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. From this moment forward, he back at it in round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Punch right up the middle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
Well, he's had enough, and he is gonna quit. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.